Previously, I showed you how to convert any DC input into USB-C, like the one in the car where you give it 12 volts from the car and then it outputs USB-C, regular USB-C, to charge up your phone, tablet, or even laptop. So I was curious, what if we can go backward? Is there such a way to go backwards from USB-C back out to DC? And today, we're looking at this chip right here. It is awesome and relatively inexpensive. All you have to do is feed it in USB-C right here, and it will output DC on this end right here. Slick. So let's do a quick demo. Here you got the battery pack. It is USB-C capable of PD, by the way. Power delivery. You plug it in. And by default, I believe it outputs 12 volts DC. Yep, 12 volts. You can adjust the DC outputs by extremely hard. Because this thing is tiny, you have to bridge it up right here to change from 5 volts to 9 to 12 to 15 and even 20. Yeah. This thing is extremely hard to work with because there's absolutely no holes, because you cannot mount it onto a board. You have to 3D print something and then hold it into position like so. It took me a while, but I finally found a board. Here it is. You adjust the DC output via these dip switches right here. So by default, it's 5 volts. If you want 9 volts, you flip the switch right here to up. I don't know if you can see or not, but it's there. Wiggle, wiggle to get it out. There we go. Right now it's outputting 5 volts. The board has 2 screw mounts, one right here and one right here. That way you can screw it onto any surface to hold it in position. The screws are not included, by the way, but it is extremely tiny. The holes are extremely tiny. You cannot do this with M2 screws. I believe it's even smaller than that. So I'm actually using the 2 laptop screws to hold it in position. DC output is from here, these 2 holes, or I'm using these 2 holes right here to remove the wires easily or put the wires back in easily. Yeah. So you're probably curious, why on earth would anybody want USB-C in and output DC? Well, I'm here to tell you that I am a videographer, and the trick to having good videos is lighting. Yep. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need fancy cameras, I should say. You need fancy lighting. So here I have a bunch of cheap lights that does the job fine. This is the monoprice. Here's another monoprice. Here's a Yangnu, a classic one. These devices uses crazy proprietary batteries. Well, this one is standard AA. With 6 batteries, 6 AA batteries, you'll get 9 volts. Or you can use the Sony formats and just plug it in here as so. The problem with AA's and these Sony battery packs is that you have no idea how much battery percentage is left. That's a nightmare because when you're doing wedding videos, you have no idea when the battery goes out and you'll end up with bad lightings for the video. That's not good. So yeah, going forward, I'm going to be using these USB-C. All I have to do is carry these battery packs. It will tell me exactly how much battery percentage is left. Right now it's 52. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's there. 52% is a lot for this bad boy, by the way. That's a lot of juice left. Let's do a quick demo. Here we're going to plug it in. We're getting 5 volts. The reason why we're getting 5 volts is this chip is damaged. If you change it to 9 volts, like so, it's still stuck at 5 volts. Yeah. I feel so bad when it's broken and I don't have any toys to show you, but I'll do an update when I get the unit return, a unit replacement to show you that it is indeed will output 9 volt to power up this battery light. 5 volt is still good enough, so you'll see. Flip the switch to on. It's hard to tell because 5 volt is not good enough for this thing. It needs 9 volts. This one uses 12 volts. You can see that I have a special adapter. That way I can use this with regular USB pack. The adapter, the buck converter, goes from here into this slot to give it 9 or 12 volts. That way I don't have to deal with these Sony batteries. Here's another nightmare. This is a small LED. It looks like a 6, but it's actually 5 volts in parallel to give it more amp, more juice. So we can certainly feed this, modify this back to 5 volts, and then power up this light that way. I rarely use this light, so I'm not going to modify it, but I could if I wanted to. Alright, hopefully this video helps you understand what USB-C PD is all about, how you can convert from USB-C back to DC to power up all of your DC devices, which most likely there's a bunch. Laptops, tablets, whatever. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and thanks for watching.